Be there for the highs and lows. Give you mine if your heart gets broke. By your side when you're all alone. I will be there. When you're down and down on your luck, things got tough and you've had enough. When you fall down, I'ma pick you up. I will be there.
In my mid-20s, I was an avid tanning salon patron for many years, even working at a salon for a few months. An added benefit to working at a tanning salon was free tanning every day, which I took full advantage of. Looking back at pictures, I can see just how dark my skin was getting, but I never felt like it was enough. I soon discovered a small red spot or mole in the middle of my back. The spot wasn't huge and I didn't think much of it until it started to itch. I started putting a Band-Aid over the spot and continued to go tanning. Who does that? Well, I did. I think that part of my delay in seeing a doctor was that I knew nothing about skin cancer. It didn't run in my family, and I didn't know anyone who had experienced it before. I was addicted to tanning, even though I wouldn't have admitted it at the time. But looking back, it is now easy to see that I was. I finally decided to make an appointment at a dermatologist. I didn't know what to expect and was completely surprised when the doctor said that she needed to take a biopsy of the area and send it to the lab for testing. The biopsy itself wasn't too painful. Numbing medication was injected with a small needle, and the doctor removed a piece of the spot. I left the appointment slightly nervous of the impending results, but realistically, didn't think it would come back with any kind of life-changing diagnosis. A few days later, I was at the mall, in a dressing room with my mind far, far away from the spot on my back. My phone started to ring, and usually I wouldn't answer it in a dressing room, but for some reason I did. I said hello, and after the nurse confirmed my identity, she proceeded to tell me that I had melanoma cancer and we needed to schedule surgery for the next week. I think in that moment, I was like, who is this again? Are you sure you have the right number? My brain was so confused and I instantly felt sick. The call was short, but once I hung up, the only thing I could remember being said was the word cancer. I sat on the floor in the corner of that dressing room, crying, silently so no one would hear me, but not sure what to do. I eventually got up and walked through the mall to my car in a daze. Nothing felt real. It wouldn't have mattered what kind of cancer or stage it was at. I was simply overwhelmed by fear of the unknown. Fortunately, after my mind cleared a bit, I talked to the nurse and was told that my cancer was found in the early stages and would only need surgery at this point. I spent the week praying and trying to trust God instead of worrying. I'd like to say that I succeeded in this, but honestly, fear was still at the top of my mind as the procedure drew closer. I knew that God was able to heal me, but unfortunately, my mind was shouting a lot louder than my belief. The surgery date came. I was awake during the entire procedure and laying on my stomach as they operated on my back. The removal site was similar to the shape of a small football. This allowed the doctor to remove all of the cancer cells and additionally gave room for removing some normal skin, referred to as margins. The numbing needles were uncomfortable. The smell while they were cauterizing the area was unpleasant. But the strangest feeling was when they pulled the incision together for stitches, as I could feel it pulling in my sides. I went home with a rather large gauze Band-Aid and instructions for wound care. That evening I was walking down the stairs and slipped, falling hard on the wooden steps and coming to rest on the tile landing below. It felt like every stitch in my back had ripped open. Fortunately, the outer stitches were all still in place, but I cannot say for sure how that fall impacted the internal stitches. This was extremely painful and may have caused my recovery time to be a little longer, but overall, everything healed really well. And now, the 6-inch scar that resides straight down the middle of my back serves as a reminder to me that God is faithful and my story is still being written. My cancer was found 20 years ago, and I've been cancer-free since then. A few months ago in early 2026, I found a spot on my leg, and even though my cancer journey years ago ended on a positive note, the fear I experienced came rushing back through me as the doctor performed another biopsy, and I was sent home to wait for the result. This time, though, things were different. It wasn't only myself that I had to worry about, because I had young children, and all I could see was their future without me. So I let myself have a full day, or it might have been a couple, of worrying and crying and planning a future for them that I would potentially never see. We've all done that, right? Going down the rabbit holes we were never meant to jump into. Then I decided that I needed to worship and pray instead of worrying and fearing the worst. Philippians 4:6 tells us to not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. So I decided to do just that. I would rest in His Word, in the promises He has spoken over my children and I, dismantling the fear and building my faith. I received the result a short time later, and the spot was not cancer. It has been over 3 months since that spot was tested, and the biopsy site is still healing. I'm on blood thinners, which we can talk more about in a future video, but that has caused the wound to have a much longer healing time. There will be a small scar from the biopsy, but it will serve as yet another reminder that He still has a purpose for my life, and instead of letting fear continually dictate my mind, I will rest in His presence. I sincerely believe that our time is the most valuable thing we have. So thank you for allowing me to share my cancer story with you. I pray that God blesses you today, and any worry that is filling your mind or heart would be bound up in the mighty name of Jesus. If you would like to share your own cancer journey or prayer requests in the comments, I would love to hear from you. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you again very soon.